So how come Wolverine's come back to life?
Don't
Like,
know.
yeah, before you say, like, what actually happened in the previous movie, in the last movie? Because everyone says it was really good, and I never got around to watching it, basically.
Basically, he became an old man and like the world is going to crap.
Hmm.
And he basically had nothing left to live for. All his friends are like dead or whatever.
Hmm.
And then this clone of him, it's that girl in this film.
Right.
It's like his adopted daughter, basically.
Yeah, I've seen that scene where they're like in a forest. I've seen that.
Yeah. And then, yeah, basically he gets a purpose through her, like, finds a reason to live again. And
Okay.
then, like, obviously he sacrifices himself at the end for
So,
her safety, basically.
so you say it's like a film with like emotional resonance and like great motivations.
Yeah, it's completely different to every Wolverine film before that, X-Men film before
Right. Okay.
that. Like, tonally and everything. It's completely different.
Right. Okay. So it's like a more like a traditional Hollywood movie, like story wise.
Yeah, especially because they
Like not like a like when I think of superhero movies, I think of just cheesy as hell. Like the screenplay isn't there really.
yeah, it's nothing like that. You could probably take the powers away from like everyone
Right.
in the film and it would still work.
Yeah, I probably like that maybe
Hmm.
because obviously, like I've said before on the channel, I just don't vibe with superhero movies. I just don't get it. But and Deadpool, the latest one, which has Wolverine in it,
Hmm.
that is I don't even know. I can't really put it in a category with other superhero movies, really. But it's nothing like what you just described with the previous Wolverine one.
Hmm. It's got no emotion, has it, at all, or even a storyline.
No, which obviously we're from Wrexham, so we obviously want Ryan Reynolds to do well, and he's going to do well,
Hmm.
which I can't quite explain after seeing the movie. But you know, I don't understand this film. I don't know if I'm just missing something.
Because I'm going to put out there before we continue that I like the first two Deadpool films.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were decent. Like, they're not my favourite films ever, but I didn't hate them. I'm not coming into this third thing like already a hater. Like, I wanted this to be good.
Right. Okay.
And I thought it had the potential to be good, because the other two I thought were decent.
Yeah, from what I remember, the first two, I thought they were alright. Like they out of 10 or whatever. Superhero movie for me is like the highest it could ever be is like a 5. But so I give that like a 3 or something.
Hmm.
Just I don't know why. I can't explain why. I just don't vibe. For this one, we'll get to that after. It was just so boring. Like it just had no storyline.
Right. Like, the narrative is the main thing for me when I do anything really, like, in terms of entertainment.
Yeah, like stories first.
Hmm.
I don't care about the visuals. Like I always say, I don't know if I've said this much on the channel, but I say like I don't care if a movie looks real. Like I just because you can go to the theatre, can't you, and you sit there and imagine what's happening. You fill in the blanks, don't you, around the performance.
Yeah, like E.T. for example.
Yeah,
He looks stupid as hell and
yeah,
he acts stupid as hell, but the narrative is just really cool. And,
yeah. It's clearly not an alien. Like we can tell it's not an alien.
hmm,
But if it was done now, it would just be edited to hell, wouldn't it? And
hmm,
the alien would look like a proper alien.
hmm. And speak like a human language, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
have a translator.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
No, just write it. Like be clever with your writing. You know.
Hmm.
But no.
They
Um,
just over explain stuff to us like we're dumb idiots, not him.
yeah, and that's the trouble, isn't it? That's what's happened. And I actually think that is purely down to superhero movies.
Hmm.
I think I said before, didn't I? Like you got about 40% of the population, the only films they watch are Marvel movies when they come out.
It's just really strange, isn't it?
I don't understand it. I just like obviously we just started watching like Hollywood movies, didn't we? Like a few years ago. Like proper like narrative driven movies. Is that where we started really?
Yeah, like La La Land and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then like obviously when you were younger you watched all like the Avengers whole thing, didn't you?
I distinctly remember one of the first times watching a film in the cinema is Avengers, the first one.
Right, yeah.
And then Wolverine, the one where he's in Asia. I don't know what it's called.
Right, okay.
That was like some of my first film, like cinema memories.
So like is it like a nostalgia thing for these people? Like, I don't know. I just can't explain it basically. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, why are people so interested in a movie that's just got no interesting elements? I don't know. This review could go on forever because it's just the industry as a whole, isn't it? But
just a massive debate. Like they're just held on to like past like things because you know they can't admit to themselves that it's such now.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars, really great. You know, some of the best characters ever. And now it's just average, isn't it? Just accept that. You know, but it still makes loads of money.
They all say it's bad, like the amount of YouTube videos about the Acolyte, saying how awful it is.
Yeah.
And then, but they all still watch it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like, I know it was going to be bad, so I just didn't watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they watch it.
Yeah, so I'm just sort of done with superhero movies now. I'm just not going to watch any. Like, there's nobody interesting. No interesting actors or anything anymore left, is there really? But yeah, in terms of what this movie is about, like, there's very little to it. Like,
The basic plot is Deadpool's universe is going to get destroyed for whatever reason. They've added loads of stuff to Marvel multiverse since we stopped watching. I don't really understand. Like, why isn't the universe that all the original films are set? Why can't we just keep with that? Why do we have to go to all these stupid universes?
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're trying to destroy the one he's from.
Yeah, which feels like all the previous ones we've watched. The ones we have seen. It's all the same thing.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just that's the whole plot. That's the only thing that drives the plot forwards is they're trying to destroy it.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's trying to stop him.
But I should say that's only referenced briefly, maybe every 10 minutes. The actual plot. The rest of it is just random side gags or like side narratives that actually have nothing to do with the plot.
Yeah, and then they just have Wolverine and Deadpool argue so they can fight each other and have a fight.
Yeah, and I don't really know why they were fighting.
Because they're clearly trying to accomplish the same thing with.
Yeah, but obviously this whole fourth wall break, like he's constantly doing that and he's acknowledging how stupid the movie is, really. Like, it's just strange. It's like, I think Ryan Reynolds, he knows, doesn't he, like, what the game is. That's what I got from it. I don't remember the previous two movies at all, really. But it just seemed to me, like, and Hugh Jackman, they sort of get what's happening here. You know, they know people are going to watch. And they, even if they acknowledge and say, you're an idiot for watching this, you know, like, why do you even want to watch this? Then people will still come back for the fourth one and watch it anyway.
And they'll say, oh, that's so funny. That joke was so funny.
Yeah.
They poked fun at me for watching it.
I don't understand what is happening. Like, honestly, when you watch this, you've probably already seen it. It's just insane to me. And when people come out and say it's good, what? I don't understand. Like, I just want someone to explain to me the reason why it's good. What about like the humour? Like, I was saying, like, obviously we've gone more like, conservative, haven't we, in our like mindset. You know, how long is it since the previous one? Do you know? 4 or 5 years?
It's ages, isn't it?
Is it?
Like 2018 or something before that.
Oh, right. So at least 6 years ago.
Maybe it's like 2020 actually.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Nah, maybe, I don't know. It's gotta be before that, right? 'Cause nothing was released from 2020 to like 2021.
Maybe.
But yeah, anyway. Was the humour the same? You said it was sort of the same?
Yeah. So the same, but I don't think it went that crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like he was just really pushing it, wasn't he?
Hmm.
Like, and obviously there's a lot of like gay references, sexual references, just crudeness. Like, it's funny every now and again, isn't it? But it was literally every joke, every 5 minutes, there's something weird Ryan Reynolds was saying. I just don't know, like, why are you doing that? Like, there's no need.
Yeah, I think it's because of lack of core narrative, and the other ones, like, they had a narrative driving them, so that was the main thing that was happening, and then the like random jokes come in every now and then. But now, like, the whole movie was the joke, basically.
Yeah,
The core narrative is like the side bit.
that is a good way of putting it. Like, they just treated the whole thing as a joke, didn't they? It's like, it was like a parody of a superhero movie, wasn't it? That's the best way to describe
it. Because they just throw in random characters in there just for a joke, but literally no reason.
Yeah. But when I think back to, like, I don't know, the first time, on the very first start of all this, like, I think, like, yeah, that was alright, wasn't it? It actually had a story. Like, this guy, he's got all these motivations and he's, like, trying to achieve something,
Yeah, like he's head of like a weapons manufacturer, and then he like gets impacted by it, and then it changes his mind about, well, maybe you should actually do good.
Yeah. But I suppose inherently Deadpool doesn't have that because he just goes around killing people, doesn't he? When everyone else who's a superhero, their whole thing is preserving life, isn't it, really? But Deadpool's whole thing is just killing everyone. I don't know.
And some people just randomly come and he just starts attacking them and for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know. And like the public aren't looking to him to do anything. He's just going out and doing it, isn't he? I don't know. It's just weird. Strange movie. Yeah, obviously you said Wolverine. Obviously he had a really good movie last time. He was maybe the only sort of alright thing about this one, really.
Yeah, it's like obviously he's nothing on compared to the old Wolverine. Like his character. Even a bad Wolverine character is like pretty good. Yeah, without him in this film, it would have been like one of the worst films ever made, right?
Yeah, honestly. He's a good actor though, isn't he? Hugh Jackman. I'm questioning Ryan Reynolds now, which I don't want to do. But like, I'm just like, what are you doing here?
Because especially coming off it, that was awful as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he's too tied up with Wrexham. He's like not concentrating on his acting. That's the thing. Like, I really don't want to criticize him. If this was someone else, I would have like been going in hard on him, like saying this is complete trash, But I don't want to do that.
He's bringing a lot to our now city.
Yeah.
You need him to do well.
It's just proved we have absolutely no bias at all on this channel. If something's bad, I'll just say it's bad. Keeping in the theme of like real world stuff. Like, I don't actually know what happened with Fox. They just got taken over by Disney, did they? And then for some reason they're like trashing them in this movie. We're not gonna give spoilers of what they do. Specifically.
Yeah, but there's like 3 or 4 jokes at the expense of Fox.
Yeah. I don't really understand. Like you said, they made the first 2 and they made like millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, because I think the story was that they had to leak their first script online because they wouldn't let them make it.
Yeah, I've heard that before, yeah.
But then they eventually had to make it, didn't they? So I don't know if it's about that. Or like Fox buying like Marvel characters ages ago. That's why they're owned by Fox and not Marvel. Marvel were annoyed at that.
Right.
And maybe that's like a FU now because they bought them back and they can't, and we got them back, you idiots.
Yeah, but obviously everyone hates Disney.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know what the beep is there, but just you think it's in the trailer, isn't it? Like there's like a broken Fox logo. Just right in front of that for no reason.
Yeah. And they go. Don't want to spoil that. They go to like some sort of purgatory, don't they? Where like, you know, things that are no longer needed or wanted in the universe go.
Yeah,
So like,
if you've seen like the Loki TV show, it's that place.
oh right, is that what it's from?
I don't know if it's a spoiler. I suppose it's a spoiler that happens in this film, but it's already happening in the universe.
Yeah, they go there basically, and all, you know, the discarded people and things are there, and it just rips on that. Really, rips on them people. It's just hilariously weird to me. It'd be interesting to see who wrote this one as well, though, wouldn't it? Because like, you know, like we said, like the first two had a bit of narrative and it was reasonably funny. But like this one is just strange at the direction it's taken.
It has to be someone different, right? Because it's so different.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they're just giving up. I just don't care, you know, I'm just gonna write whatever. Which I did not think we'd be saying this sort of stuff. I thought I'd just be saying like, oh yeah, it was alright, you know. It was pretty funny, you know, some good action in it and all that. Like, you know, what sort of rating can you even give it? Like, I don't know, I can't think of any positives really. Like, you could say about Wolverine, but why is he coming back? We don't want him to come back.
Why is he acting like a bitter asshole?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just to make him as different as possible from the other Wolverine. They made him into like the opposite of what he actually is. Just so you can be like, oh, it's not the same one.
Right.
And that's just not who Wolverine is it? It'll never be that.
Right.
And it's just stupid. Getting onto the whole multiverse thing again, just a like retarded concept.
Yeah.
The only thing it's ever worked in is Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And that's like the whole point of it. So you know what you're getting into with it. You know there's going to be like 50 Spider-Men.
Yeah, but people should have known it wasn't going to work. You know, the writers. Because there's got to be stakes in there. And the greatest stakes in these sorts of movies is your life. Losing your life.
It's just a massive cop-out, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, star rating.
Yeah, saying 0.58.
That's what I would give. Like that puts it level with Civil War. Like that's honestly how bad I thought it was. Like I did actually think about walking out, but
Yeah, I was sitting there bored, like, Jesus, this 2-hour film felt like 4 or 5 hours. When's it gonna end, basically?
Yeah, Reynolds says that at the end, doesn't he? About 15, 20 minutes from the end, he's like, oh yeah, we're in the home stretch now, guys, I promise. He actually says, he knows. I think he actually knows how bad it is. I'm convinced.
And he's probably surprised that, like, people rate it.
Yeah. Like, is he under some sort of contract? Or has he, like, got into it himself? I don't know. I don't understand why he's, like, because he's constantly acknowledging that it's bad throughout the movie. Really strange. Honestly, it's really hard to think of stuff to say on it, like, before we got into it. Obviously, we got on for ages now. But it's just like it's difficult to explain. Like, it's hard to understand, isn't it? Like, what the movie is, like, why it was made, why it was actually put out.
It's just, I don't get it. Just don't get it at all.
It's weird, honestly.
It's impossible to describe this film. if you're someone who liked this film, like, say why you liked it, because you can't understand why anyone would like this, can you?
No. Like, I never watch reviews of other people. But I might actually look at some. And just to see, like, what their thought process is. And, it's going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. So, there's got to be something for it, but I just don't know. But anyway.
Do you think it's because people are so attached to these characters that they have to support and say it's good, or they risk, like, never getting a film about this character again?
Maybe.
And that's my theory, like, people just say, oh, this stuff's good so it doesn't end.
Yeah, right, okay.
Because they don't want it to end, even if they know themselves it's bad. They just say it's good because they're scared of it going away.
Yeah, we need like a cinematic renaissance to me. We need this to die, and we need like stuff to take its place.
You just need the next thing, don't you? There's always been cycles in the film industry, like the westerns and all that.
Yeah.
Musicals, westerns. Now we're in the superhero age, but it's just not dying.
No.
They're just churning them out after they're like long past their sell-by date, basically.
Well, yeah, because like some previously to this, they were failing epically, weren't they? But then the last few have actually done really well now.
Like Captain Marvel got wrecked, and
yeah, there was a few around that time, wasn't there? And then they had sort of like a little break, didn't they? And we're still in that break now, really.
And then there's these ones that, like Guardians 3, which we actually didn't mind that film. It was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't actually mind them. I actually think they're pretty good movies, the Guardians ones.
Yeah. And then, like, people are attached to them, so they just go and watch it and make sure it does well. And then things like Captain Marvel, no one really rated them, did they? So they could disassociate themselves from it.
Yeah.
But with Deadpool, they can't, because they like the first two.
Right, okay.
They like the character.
Yeah, that would make a little bit of sense, but...
That's my theory, anyway.
Yeah.
They could make the worst film ever. Deadpool 4 could be the worst film ever made, worse than, like, Girl Strippers of it. Have you ever seen that? Shout out to that film.
Yeah.
But people will still say it's good and watch it.
Yeah. 92% audience go before we watched. Crazy. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up, right? It's quite a long review for a movie we didn't like and that not much really happened in. But...
yeah, we didn't really have anything to say, and we didn't really say anything about it.
No, we didn't say anything, we were just discussing the industry as a whole. So yeah, I don't think I've really taught you anything. You're still listening, like, because I don't understand it myself. I'm just trying to think it through, and as we carry on with film history and time as we go on, we'll learn more, hopefully.
So I feel like maybe in the future you look back on this film and watch it again and you're just like, Jesus, this didn't age well.
Yeah. That's what it's going to be.
Anyway, that's the review for our thoughts on this film.
Yeah, come on, you roads.